Finally found the Nansha Strike door sound effects, and they're basically hidden under a file called XP2004, which is not Nansha Strike. Ambience, Cave Drips, 01 Wave, and I'll play them in order. And there are sound patches in here, so based off of this we're going to potentially find the links to it, and we're going to then apply that method to Giants of Corellia again this evening to have another look for this missing audio Easter egg, which I believe I already found yesterday, which is the alternative sound effect to the little mini walker on the what's it called, on the rock. So here's the Nansha Strike door sound effects. So part 2. Part 3. And part 4. So yeah, I'll leave that file open for the time being. And we've sort of been through the rest of these files for an Nansha Strike. There's nothing really there. But what we can do now is go to the Ambient XP4 Cave Drips 01 Wave and look at the sound patch, and then we can see here it's linked to this file. So what we can do now is we can open that, and then what we do is go to XP2 Sound Levels, XP2 Levels, XP04, Ambience, Big World Cave, and we've got the Big World settings here, and then we can look at backwards sort of transitioning where it comes from. So we've got here Tunnel Rock XP002, so we now know it's on Nansha Strike and not XP4, so basically it's hidden in a different file to everything else on purpose. So we can now open this file and we can go to XP2 Levels 002 and then Objects, and we're going to find PF Tunnel, PF Rock Tunnel 002 non-groupable autogen Win32, and now we know that it's linked to the security camera, service lamp, and this. So there's a pretty good chance here that the light near to that security camera is actually flashing some sort of Morse code, which we will look into very soon. Impulse responsive, that's fine, we don't need to worry about that because the indoor big room file is basically the generator for the sound and why it is and where it is. So we've got the security camera, the service lamp in the cave, and then the service lamp warm blink in XP2. So these here, XP2 prefabs, So this cave blinking here, so we've got one there, and then we've got one for the cave, which is a separate prefab item to the other lights on the map, which means that there's an Easter egg involved with the light in the cave. The ambience there we don't really need to worry about, because they are just sound effects for the rest of the cave, but the big world cave is the one that's slightly questionable. So what we're going to do first is we're actually going to go to layer 3 fishing village first, and we know that this is in XP2 levels and then under fishing village. So if we go to levels XP2, where are we, sorry, levels XP2, levels XP2 levels XP2, and we're looking for fishing village here. So and again it's obfuscated because it's supposed to be hidden. So we're going to go to content, and we're going to find layer 3 fishing village here. Okay, so we found the layer now. If we look in PF rock tunnel here, so everything here seems to be all in order, so we can stop hunting at this point. But here, PF rock tunnel, if we go back to XP2 levels, XP2 objects, which is here, and look at PF rock tunnel, we know that it's in the network registry for Nancha Strike, and it's got everything such as the security camera and things like this and that. However, we've got something questionable here. So we know that the sound effect is linked with the ambient for the big world cave, but the prefab for warm blinking light XP2 and here are definitely Easter eggs, and I'll explain why. So the bundles that are included for the entire of Nancha Strike include some of the single player and retail no DLC content, which allows and has content for things like the carrier and also the security cameras and the lights. So we know that the security camera animated non-groupable is completely and utterly normal. There's nothing abnormal about the security camera for Nancha Strike. It's the same as what you'd find on other maps. But service lamp we're going to look at now. So if we go to XP2 levels 002, and then we're going to go to prefabs, and then we're going to I've just closed it. Objects, where are we? So what we'll do is we'll open the prefab for this and the prefab for that. We'll have a look at this prefab first. So we go to prefabs, PF, service lamp, Cave XP2, non-groupable, autogen. Okay. So basically now we know that this is also used in the Walker factory and the other levels. So we'll look at service lamp warm blinking XP2, service lamp warm blinking, we need to find this one. So this is XP2 prefabs, so it's not even XP2, this is in prefabs, service lamp 01 blinking. Okay. So here is a light that has Morse code. This is not used in any other map except for XP2 Nansha Strike, and it's a shared prefab. So hallway lens flare, FX lens flare shaders, and then we've got service lamp 01, indestructible SP2. Okay? So, question is, there is a light on Nansha Strike that clearly indicates some sort of Morse code. And if we look at this object blueprint here, it might be hidden in there. So we're going to open that blueprint again there now, and we'll go to XP2 objects, so close that up, XP2, and then we're going to go XP2 levels, XP2 level XP2 002, and then we're going to go to objects, service lamp 1, indestructible. So this is service lamp object blueprint here. So we've got a mesh that goes with it, but we'll check that first. So we've got the mesh. We'll just have a look at the mesh, so we obviously know it's going to be a lamp which is on the wall that looks like a naval sort of a naval lamp, most likely with a metal clamp over the front of the glass lens of some sort. Like so. Okay. So we know that this is the type of lamp we're going to be looking at. There's plenty of them on Nansha Strike, so nothing weird about that yet. So we can close that mesh, and if we look at the blueprint here, we know that it's definitely XP2 prefab, service lamp, and it's got a mesh, and then the Havoc right, we're going to have a look at the Havoc asset for that as well. So we're going to look at XP2 level 002, so we're looking at service lamp 01, service lamp 01, right. So yeah, what we want to do is we want to have a look at that light in Nansha Strike. So I'm going to pause the stream, we're going to load up Nansha Strike. So if you've just joined the stream, I've got to open the stream up on my thing. So we found the Easter egg for Nansha Strike. Okay. And then we've basically backwards engineered the whole lot We know that security camera is nothing to do with the Easter egg, it's just there for visible showing. It has no link whatsoever really to anything. There's nothing edited about it, it's not separate, it's the same as everything else in other maps. But there is a service lamp which has which is labelled warm blinking, that is showing Morse code. So that Morse code is something that we're going to go and look at right now. So I'm going to pause the stream and load up Nancy Strike, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, over to the gaming screen. So so we're going to have a quick look at this Morse code that we found. We're going to go maps, and we're going to go Nancy Strike, come out of that, free slots hopefully. There's other servers. Might have to change regions a bit. Server, 4 servers. Nancy Strike Team Deathmatch, Conquest Large, Nancy Strike. Okay, there's not really much that we can do in Nancy Strike right now because there isn't any service for it. So we're actually going to come back to Nancy Strike at a later time when there is a server. So I'll pause the stream again and go back to the editor. We'll come back to Nancy Strike in a few hours when we've found a server that's going to be on the normal setting, so we can activate that Morse code that's linked with the door and the cave, and we know that the light is in the cave. So 1 minute. Okay, so back in the editor, we can now use the same method as what we've just done to actually 100% confirm that there is the other Easter egg in Giants of Corellia is real or not. Okay, so what we're going to do is go to XP4. We're going to just start with first sound. I'll go from this part here, and we will check all of the patches for the sounds to check those first, because if we look at references, it will tell us all of the sound effects that are included in each one of them. So XP4, so for example, if we look at this, we've got sound patches here, and we know that there's different ones here. And these are all inside one sound file, and that's the kind of thing that we're going to be looking for. So that's the, and as I said, that's the kind of thing that we're going to be looking for. So what we do basically is we'll start now with the actual level sounds. So it's going to be Walker Factory, and then we go down to where are we? We'll go down to Content, Objects, Water Ceiling, Audio Schematic, and we know that we've got all of these sound patches here. So we're going to open that. Okay, so now we've got the audio schematic. We can go down to the actual backspace, sound, where are we? Sound, get rid of bullet crafts. We'll go to levels, Walker Factory, and we'll start from here. So what we want to look at is the big world settings first. So we've got Wind Wisp, Canyon Pass, and here we've got 1, 2, 3, big world tracks, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we've got the actual sound patches. So we're going to listen to these, and we know that these are all the same in size. So the same. These are different. So in amongst all the sound patches is got the apparent missing Easter egg, which I found yesterday. Just double check. It's all sounding pretty straightforward to me. So quit that one. Generator assembly. Sounds good. Sound patch, very easy to hide your Morse code and because you just make the sound patch. That's it. You'll never hear it in the game unless you want it to be heard. It's quite easy to hide sound. Doesn't seem anything. Quite a few there, but So 29042 split. You notice upwards. It's all straightforward. Straightforward. All pretty straightforward. Now this tunnel one, let's have a look, because there might be okay. Baked assets. These are all sound assets. So we go to Big World. And look at the Thunder Urban Garden, Big World Thunder. Now this is different each time. There's a lot of variation in this sound file. It's obviously going to be just thunder most likely, but it's very easy to hide stuff in here. All good. So we'll start up at the top one here. So big wheels, ceiling debris. We've got variations here. Okay, so we got that, ceiling debris, heavily wave, so we got variations. Happy with that. So distant train, we've got variations here. So Lone Wolf. Okay, so Walker Factory Big World Lone Wolf. This one has got a few variations. If it's not a wolf, then we'll hear it. They're all wolves, so it's true. It goes back to Urban Gun Thunder. No, Metal Debris variations. Good with that, happy. Distant Train comes back there, but that's fine. So we've done the big world ambience, so we've got the mixers. So that's the VO, so music. I mean, we're not going to find any variation in the loading music, that's fine. So the sound effects is probably going to be where we're going to find this. So, we're going to do it via the patches. Sorry, the let's see what we've got. Right, okay. So we're just going to open all these Soundwave assets one by one. There's quite a few here. There's not too many. But I don't believe that all of the sound effects for Walker Factory are just in that many files, so there's going to be quite a lot of variations. So this is Ceiling Collapse Start. One variation. Never changes. This is Ceiling Crack. Ceiling Collapse. Never changes. Ceiling Crack. Never changes. Ceiling Crack Stage 1. Crack Stage 1 again. Change. Doesn't change. Nope. Doesn't change. Doesn't change. There'll be multiple variations. Here's one. So ceiling hit assembly. Interesting. Says what it says, so no variations on this one. No variations on this one. So we got 4 variations on this tunnel rock one. Right, okay. So this is the sound effect that we all know of. But the one that I discovered yesterday was similar to the first one. Again. And to unlock this one, okay, you have to hold down the interact key on the 3rd attempt, let go, and then activate the 4th one. So it's pretty easy to activate that. I'm not 100% sure that if that's the missing Easter egg, but I activated that last night on my stream on Giants of Corellia. If anybody wants to watch that back, just by all you've really got to do is just hold the button down and get it on the like it says on the 4th attempt. So yeah, we're happy with that, and we know what that is. And that one is Walk Factory Turret Rock. So it's the turret on the rock. So Ceiling Sneeze doesn't change. Ceiling Sneeze doesn't change. Ceiling Sneeze again doesn't change. And there's variation of turret fall. Exactly. So happy with that as well. So nothing in the SFX for the map directly. So the spots could be interesting, because these are they're sounds that can only be played in specific places, and there's a lot of variations in these. So we're going to go through these ones. So this one is spot VO type.
Внимание! Будьте осторожны во время работы рядом с конвейером. Предохранительные устройства отключены для максимальной производительности.
Okay, variation 2.
Внимание! Весь персонал, работающий в секторе 8, должен носить костюмы для защиты от опасных материалов. В избежании случайного воздействия необходимо соблюдать требования биологической безопасности. Только уполномоченному персоналу разрешается заряжать и опробовать боеприпасы для турелей шагоходов. Весь обслуживающий персонал в секторе 3 должен прибыть в медицинский отсек и доложить обстановку до конца смены.
Okay guys, so this is interesting. There's variations here that I've never heard in the game. And if anybody's Russian that can translate these, please comment.
Внимание! Не используйте сварочные грелки возле бочек с жидким топливом. Есть вероятность получения серьезных травм. В цели безопасности рабочих отключайте блоки питания неиспользуемых шагоходов. Так вы предотвратите возможность возгорания. Учебный полигон для Райгана в настоящее время не работает из-за снаряда, попавшего в внешнюю стену здания. Внимание! Прототип электрогранаты может взорваться при малейших вибрациях. Обращайтесь с осторожностью. Производство радиоактивных противопехотных мин прекращено по причине частых смертельных случаев.
I've not heard a lot of these variations. It sounds like I need somebody Russian to help translate this stuff if possible, because there are variations in this speaking that aren't in the map. So it sounds like you could probably get them to trigger in certain spots.
Будьте осторожны. В вашем секторе работают вилочные погрузчики.
There's a lot of variations to this. This is abnormal, really.
Не блокируйте проходы при работе с механическими узлами. Используйте разрешенные места для хранения. Механические системы торсо рассчитаны на поднятие грузов весом до 1 тонны. При любых обстоятельствах предъявляйте документы, удостоверяющие вашу личность. Любой работник без документации будет задержан охраной.
Interesting.
Системы вооружения шагоходов могут быть активированы только персоналом высшей категории допуска. В данный момент производится установка радиоантенн высокой мощности. Скоро будет установлена прямая связь с ангаром Титана. В данный момент сообщайте о любых посторонних лицах на объекте. При необходимости принимайте силу для их задержания. В случае атаки противника все работники должны сообщить об этом на оружейный склад. В потолке главного здания завода обнаружены трещины. В данный момент защита от БПЛА Клейтон отсутствует. Будьте крайне осторожны вне помещения.
Do you know what? I might even get my Google Nest plugged in here so I can actually just conversate with it and...
Сообщаем о том, что запланированная на сегодня тако-вечеринка отменена по причине предстоящей атаки.
Alright, so we've got a lot of voices, a lot of sentences said in that which are not heard in game. Probably about 10 in fact. That's quite a lot. So that's the Spot VO tight wave. So we're going to come back to that afterwards. We'll translate all of that. So we've got spot rain puddles and we've got multiple variations, but they're all 2 seconds, so that's fair enough. Don't need to look at that. So final wave, 8 seconds.
Сообщаем о том, что запланированная на сегодня тако-вечеринка отменена по причине предстоящей атаки.
So we know that. That happens when the roof is cracked and not broken. Assembly wave has also got quite a lot of variations.
Внимание! Будьте осторожны во время работы рядом с конвейером. Предохранительные устройства отключены для максимальной производительности. Внимание! Весь персонал, работающий в секторе 8, должен носить костюмы для защиты от опасных материалов. Только уполномоченному персоналу разрешается заряжать и опробовать боеприпасы для турелей шагоходов. Весь обслуживающий персонал в секторе 3 должен прибыть в медицинский отсек и доложить обстановку до конца смены. Внимание! Не используйте сварочные грелки возле бочек с жидким топливом. Есть вероятность получения серьезных травм. В цели безопасности рабочих отключайте блоки питания неиспользуемых шагоходов. Так вы предотвратите возможность возгорания. Учебный полигон для Райгана в настоящее время не работает из-за снаряда, попавшего в внешнюю стену здания. При любых обстоятельствах. В данный момент защита от БПЛА Клейтон отсутствует. Будьте крайне осторожны вне помещения.
We'll come back to these voices because there are many sentences there repeated from the other sound asset as well, which are not heard in game, and they're spot waves, so they can only be heard in certain places or activated in certain places. So we've got drain pipe here, 1, nothing. We've got assembly wave 5.
Сообщаем о том, что запланировано на сегодня тако.
Again, when the roof's cracked. River obstruction has got multiple ones here. Nothing.
Сообщаем о том, что запланировано на сегодня.
Oh, it's okay. Now we've got variations here as well, which is...
Внимание! Будьте осторожны во время работы рядом с конвейером. Сообщаем о том, в данный момент защита в потолке главного в случае атаки противника. Сообщайте о любых в данный момент системы вооружения шагоходов при любых обстоятельствах. Механические системы торсо рассчитаны на поддержку. Не блокируйте проходы при работе. Будьте осторожны. В вашем секторе работают производство радиоактивных противопехотных мин. Внимание! Прототип электрогранаты может взорваться при малейших вибрациях. Обращайтесь с осторожностью. Учебный полигон для Райгана в настоящем цели безопасности рабочих Отключайте блоки питания неиспользуемых шагоходов. Так вы предотвратите возможность возгорания.
Okay, so actually in the actual files for so this is the Easter egg that we uncovered for the whistling last night. Only has just that one variation. Okay, so we're going to go back to the ambience here. Big world we've done. So ambience, we're going to close what we've got open here and open every single one of these for now and see what variations there are. There probably won't be, well, there shouldn't be. There shouldn't be variations, and they'd be different in length. That one's different. You'd see an obvious difference in the variations. And that's how we found the Nancha Strike Easter egg. There's no point in really listening to these unless they've got multiple variations. And we haven't been through the shared assets just yet either. So I was looking at some CTE versions of Giants of Corellia map, and on the CTE there's two huge differences. There's actually a big Walker turret outside the front of the Walker factory, which is no longer there, and also in the tunnel there were working blast doors, but the tunnel was broken and you couldn't get into it from a certain way. When the map was fully released, that was fixed and the blast doors were removed and replaced with just generic doors. So it looks as though that there was some intention for that tunnel to be used to gain access to something else. Maybe that could have been the original plan for the Phantom Room or something, we don't know. Whatever it was a scrap feature, but it will leave some sort of trace in the files to what it was and its potential. Okay, so we've got no variations there with the ambience, so we'll come out of that and we'll go into the shared big worlds now. So in fact, we'll go to the shared spots. So we're going to open these. We'll come back to destruct as well. Okay, so no real variations. No. pretty sure that would see some definite changes in these variations if there was any. Slight variations. Nothing special. Okay, so that's the sound that's used for the Morse, I believe. So these sounds are used in the elevator for the Phantom Room. Okay. 9 seconds. Nothing. 5 seconds. Nothing. Couple of variations. Okay, nothing special. Nope. Nope. Okay, so we're okay with the spots. So destruction, we've got this, which has some. Says what it says. So we go to the big worlds now. So jackhammers, far. We've got variations here. has, so that's all good. Variations. They are birds. Sounds like Predator. That's an albatross. Tonal gusts, that sounds right. A few variations on this one. Sounds like a metal door being shut. Wait a sec. Okay. Tree branches. They're all tree branches, that's fine. Right, great suka. What is this? Lots of birds. Does what it says. Clump 4. Does what it says. Ice break wet. It's all good. Wind gusts. 11, we've got a few variations. Good. Mammals, Arctic fox. There's variations of this. Sounds like a seagull rather than a fox. Oh well, it's all good. Cave, metal drop 4. Okay. All good. Ice break 4. Good. Mammals, seals, supposed to be seals. Sounds like a dying giraffe. Madness, we are looking for a hidden Giants of Corellia Easter egg. So we're going through all of the 4th DLC sound effects. I've also debunked the Nansha Strike Easter egg, and alongside it found that there is a light in the tunnel that emits Morse code, which I want to look at, but there's no servers available for me to join and look at the Morse code. The door doesn't do anything, the security camera doesn't do anything, but we've already found the sound effect. That's at the start of this stream. No seals in game. No, I think they're just sound effects for something. I think on Wave Breaker, I think there's the sound of seals. It's probably not even a seal, it's probably one of the DICE developers actually making that noise. Okay, we've got some variations here. This is supposed to be wind blizzards. Penguins. So you can hear these sound effects when you're on the side of the water on Operation. Is it Whiteout? Yeah. ideally what we're looking for is a sound file which says it's penguins or something, and one of the variants has nothing to do with it. Well, they're penguins, and then we've got more penguins. Fluttery gusts. Does what it says it is. Steam burst. A few variations here of steam burst. Steam bursts, ice break stress. They are what they say they are. Okay, so yeah, so they are literally bullet hits. So decoy, decoy, decoy. So these are variations. Unplayable, which makes me believe that these are a hidden file for something, but they're so short in size. Nothing. Okay, so those are gadgets. So we're going to go through Arctic Spot. Not many of them here. So we know already that the Lancashire Strike Easter egg for the voice at the door is hidden in a different level folder. So vice versa, we could find a similar thing to Corellia. Just want to find something which has got multiple variations with different lengths. Right. So AR popper impact. Nothing there. We've got the I didn't even know there was a shooting range on Operation Whiteout, so that's weird. I can't really reduce my resolution. It's 1080p. I'm going to play the ones that haven't got massive differences in the variations, because it's just wasting time. Variation is the same, and the same, all the same, same. Okay, so Operation Whiteout, nothing. We've been through shared, so we'll look through the wave breaker spots. So this will be interesting. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which have got some variants. So, computer forward. Weird. Nothing in the spots, so we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 specific sound effects. Blast doors opening. Closing. No variation. It's the alarm. And one that's blank. Music, no, we don't need music. Mixers, don't need the mixers. So, Levolution event, we've got some specific sounds. I don't think these are going to have, oh, they do have some variations. Okay. .4D sound effects as well. Nothing special. A few variations. Yes. Nothing. Okay. Have I found the promoted soundtrack? What's that? I can find that pretty easy probably, and that'll be in the Dragon Valley files. Once we finish the last couple of folders on this, I'll find that out. I think it's Neebs, isn't it? Underwater seals? How are you supposed to hear that? They're weird. on a second. Where's the sub-server room? Let me open this one again. Okay, so we got to sub base. So I wanted to see Dragon Valley. So it's XP6, is it? XP7 Valley. Sound level. MP Valley. Ambience. It's going to be here somewhere. Probably spots. Nodded spots. These are all patches, so we can close those. There we go, it's the Levolution one.
Levolution! Woo! Levolution! Yeah! Levolution! Woo! Levolution!
I think that's actually only ever been heard in game and recorded and put on YouTube by like 2 people ever. We can have a look into that and see how that's. So, okay, it definitely happens when you're repairing a bridge. I can tell you that. So you have to repair a bridge for it to play.
Levolution! Woo! Levolution! 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 Woo!
All right, thanks, Neebs. Okay, so we've got audio 1 wave, which now, okay, let's face it, music should only be the loading music, which is this. As we know. But there's also another sound file here, so this is interesting because it's got some pretty lengthy stuff going on here. There's different variants of this piece of music. Wow. Wow, never heard these. Has anybody else heard these before? Because these are not used in the game. Nice. Yeah, I've heard some parts of that. Then there's a third one as well. Sounds like the first one, but that is actually the original Battlefield 2 one. That's the newest one. Okay. So this is the actual one that's used. This is a, like you say, it sounds like a promotional one. And then this one is the original BF2 one, which I think plays as an Easter egg on one of the radios. But the actual loading Oh. Oh. Oh, I've found something weird. So this is link to there's a laptop button in Zavod, which I don't know what it is. Does anybody know that you can press a laptop button in Zavod? Because you can. It's right there. And this audio one wave can be played on Dragon Valley on the radio. Yeah, it proves my point, so yeah. To make the bombs go. Oh, right, okay. Interesting. So, yeah. Radio prop, and it plays audio one wave. Okay. So the actual loading wave is as we know. Okay, so we haven't found the promotion, so we know all that now. Big World, okay. Panda beats, weasels, ducks, egrets, a macaque, leopards, birds, buzzards, badgers, pheasants, pandas eating. Jesus. Pardon. I didn't know pandas could cry like that. Well, it's definitely nothing. Yep. Weird. That sounds more like a wild boar than a badger. Buzzards pretty used to that sound where I live. Yeah, it's definitely a buzzard. Well, they are birds. Leopard. I mean, that's a pretty epic sound, right? I know it's a leopard, but it's a pretty epic sound to have in a map if you can't really hear it. I can't say I've ever heard that. Whoever was recording this leopard had really pissed it off. That's one pissed off cat. Yeah, woodpecker's alright. Sounds like a crying baby. Maybe not. Second one here. I've got a good idea. I think the sound is going to actually be in the UI. I don't think it's going to be in the map. I think it's going to be on the UI. If I remember rightly, I think it is. Because otherwise everybody else will be able to hear it. So I think it's going to be more to do with XP7. Hang on. Sound. Peak Valley. It's going to be UI. Persistence unlocks soldiers, visual, multiplayer, Dice LA. Oh geez, this I'm not sure if I could even find this because this is going to be quite voice unlocks. Well, hang on. We'll go back to XP7 levels. Valley. Contents. Sound. Schematic. Yeah, I think it's going to be too difficult to find that. I don't think I'm going to waste my time with it. We know what it sounds like anyway. Sound emitters, schematic, rock splash, MP Valley Splat. Hmm. VFX, so we've got no. Jeez, that's a pretty high detailed feather, which I have not seen before. That's weird. Dirt. Wait a minute. Dirt pile 01. Is otherwise known as the Megalodon. So XP6. Hold on, what's in XP6? I can't even remember what XP6 was it? Huh. I mean, it's still got Siege of Shanghai Night in the game files. And also yeah, it's also got the files for Golmud Railway Night, and the only one that remained is Graveyard Shift, which is here. So what was XP6? Oh right, yeah, this is the Breakout map. Operation Breakout. Okay, fair enough. Which also has untold stories of Easter eggs. Yeah, apparently you can actually get into that container and go down the stairs to a door that doesn't open. I remember, I mean, on one of the test versions years ago, you could actually go into a little laboratory under room, and that would have been another way of getting the phantom bow. But yeah, the idea was scrapped. Yeah, it was a good idea, and it was already complete pretty much. So it's weird that it got scrapped for no reason, really. So XP7. So let me just close this off. Go to right, okay. Nothing specific, nothing special. So in here, if we go to objects, props, this is Kevin Simpson's Kevin Simpson's surfboard. Now in Battlefield 5 there was a lot of speculation to why there's a banana inside a truck, and I first said that it might be something to do with Kevin Simpson or something like that, but yeah, there's another clue with the banana. Refinery, let's have a look at that. Okay, so hand scanner, if we go to that object variation, it's a prop that was in the game ever since day one. Objects, props. Hand scanner. So yeah, okay, so this is an ungroupable, and it is still linked to do something. Specs looping, and there's a variation of it, hand scanner off, objects network registry. Okay.
Doesn't seem to be anything specific.
Hmm. Okay. Let's come out of this second, because we should have some sounds levels. Let's see what the spots. Oh, we've got patches as well. Okay. I've never heard these. What? Something to do with the waterfall.
من جميع الذنوب والآثام.
literally 232 variations. Nope. Okay, spot radio wave. What the fuck is this? Sorry. Never heard that. Wow, there we go.
I'm raining down the fire! Raining down the fire!
What the hell?
Raining down the fire! I'm raining down the fire! Raining down the fire!
That's an Easter egg on Operation Outbreak. Yeah, we all know that Easter egg. But this one...
Raining down the fire! I'm raining down the fire! Raining down the
Right. I don't think anybody knows about that. Yeah, nobody knows about this one.
Raining down the fire!
Alright.
Raining down the fire!
What is he even saying? So,
I'm raining down the fire!
riding on the fire. Riding down the fire.
Raining down the fire!
Yeah, that's what he says. Raining down the fire.
Raining down the fire!
Oh, we've got to so find this in game. So this is Fire EXT. Sound patch configuration. So sound level MP CMP. SFX. Okay, so we want to find where this is. Venom. It's to do with the venom. It's when you're in the venom or something. Gameplay view. So it's okay. XP5 sound source patches. We're gonna go to that. Open up this sound patch. References. Uses the sound patch, the cone. So you have to be in a specific place. You've got to be in a specific place for it to work. Okay, radius, that's fine. 0.5. Okay, I found it. So, why is there a surfboard attached to a Venom? Why is Kevin Simpson's surfboard attached to the Venom helicopter? Because I didn't even know that either. In fact, this Venom helicopter is completely a separate blueprint to all of the other Venoms, and there's quite a lot actually different to it. Alright, I'm going to pause the stream. We'll see if there's both one Enhanced Strike server and an Operation Breakout server. We'll go and check this out because if we can trigger that, that'll be pretty much the first time
Raining down the fire!
that.
I'm raining down the fire!
So it's definitely to do with the Venom. So if we go to Venom CMP, Community Map Project, I presume that's what it means. Look at the mesh for this Venom as well. I mean, is there really a surfboard somewhere attached to this? Oh, hang on, I know what this is going to be. Okay, pausing the stream, 1 minute. Alright, this is all dependent on if we can find a server which is playing these maps. I really want to find no, not Dragon Valley. Alright, there's plenty of these maps. On Conquest large, normal, preferably. Free slots. Conquest small. Conquest large. Hardcore, it doesn't matter about it being hardcore. That's why the surfboard's there. Okay. So the surfboard's attached.
I need you to attack this objective. Attack this objective. Attack this objective. I need you to attack this objective. I need you to attack this objective. I need you to attack this objective. Attack this objective.
So there's a second Easter egg on this then. somebody knew how to open this. How do you open this? Somebody knows how to open this, because I've seen a video of somebody opening it, and that was before, after it was all said and done. Was it a MAV? Let me just check with the map. Get the explosive MG64. Right, okay. I haven't played this map for many years, so I've got to try and remember where it is. I think it's in the wreckage of a helicopter or something. No, those coordinates that are shown on the map screen are not actual in-game coordinates. They are they're basically coordinates from where you actually place from the map. Basically, it doesn't quite work the same. I can't remember where this MG4 is. It's here. This is the M60 though, it's not an MG4. Yeah, it is the yeah, this has got a bad company thing on it. Ready?
We control objective Alpha.
I can't remember how to do this, but you can actually open it. I just can't remember how. The thing is, there is still an underground. There is still a whole underground base here. So there has to be sort of a way in, even though it's not been unlocked. Reason for that is because underneath this terrain cover, where you can see the seam here, that's where everything is. Raining down the fire. Got an idea. Raining down the fire, and this is a interesting. So it's definitely something to do with the venom. The Easter egg for Neebs, 100% to do with the venom. So unless you have to activate it as a passenger using this gun. I could do with finding a normal server though to see what I'm doing and used it all up, didn't I? Okay, I'm going to have something to eat, and then I'm going to come back on and try and solve this. Raining down the fire, it's sort of just and it's definitely you've got to be in the venom. Definitely got to be in the venom.
Where the heck are you going, soldier? Stick with us.
at least the dice camo works.
Hey, come back. We got a battle to win. What are you doing? Come on, there's nothing out there. Move back here.
Okay, folks, this is conquest large.
Taking objective Echo.
Fuck. Okay, I'm going to stop the stream. I'm going to come back in an hour and carry on the hunt, and anybody else is welcome to join.